Hello again. In this video, I want to talk about transferring files to the server. Okay, if you remember when I was telling you, at the moment when we're working on our files and our web pages and websites, those web pages are local on your computer, meaning that they're not actually online; they're just on your computer, right? The meaning of local. Right? If we want them to be online, we have to upload them to the John Cabot servers, and the John Cabot servers provides them to the internet. Okay. Before that, one small concept that I want to explain is these different slashes. Okay, this one's called a forward slash because if you look, it looks like a person leaning forward, and this one's called a backslash. And if you kind of imagine a person leaning back, okay, forward slash and backslash. Now, for the most part, when we're doing our web design and we're locating folders on the internet and stuff like that, we usually use the forward slash. In fact, when you use www slash something, we use this slash here. Okay. No, it's not www slash. It's www dot something something something, and then slash, and then if there's some folders, it uses that. But if you're talking about kind of like the basic level of computers, computers traditionally use this backslash, and you probably aren't going to see this very often. In fact, in this course, you probably only see it in one place, okay? And I'll tell you where that is in a second. Okay, so in order to get our files onto the server, we need to use something called a file transfer protocol. FTP, it's usually called. And to do FTP, you need a FTP program. Okay, and the program that we usually use in this course is called FileZilla. FileZilla is an FTP program. Okay, there's some others. I think somebody used one in the past called FileDuck or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, if you can't get FileZilla to work, just go on Google and search for something like FTP client, right? Client, so that you can talk to the server. Okay, but FileZilla for us looks something like this. FileZilla. Okay, when it loads up, you can get this thing close, and let me just resize this thing so you can see it. Okay, so there. Now, in order to connect to the server, you need three pieces of information. You need the name of the server, which is the host. You need to put your username and your password. Okay, the port you don't need. Okay, so the name of our server, which is on my next slide here. Here's all the information you need, right? Here's the name of the server, your username, and your password. So FileZilla, I would type something like computerscience.johncabot.edu. Be very careful of your spelling once again. A lot of times people ask me, oh, I can't connect. And I say, well, check your spelling. And sure enough, they spelled something wrong. Okay? Username, you need to use John Cabot. Now that's important. You always have to write John Cabot there. And then here is where you use your backslash, okay? It's not the one above the number 7. It's not the one on the number pad. It's the one on the very top left-hand corner, right? Just below the escape key, right? So that's slash above the tab, okay? That's slash. And here is where you put your username. I put mine, you would put yours. Right? Okay, whatever your username is. Okay, and then you would put your own password, the same one that you use to log on to your account, your John Cabot account. Okay, I'll just put my name there. And then you can hit Quick Connect. Okay, and you can see that it has in fact connected me to the server. If everything is all right, you'll kind of see this. If anything goes wrong, you'll probably see some red in here. Okay. I'd like to mention another thing. If you're doing this at home, if you want, and you don't want to enter this stuff all the time, what you can do is you can click here, and this will manage all of your different server access. And what you want to do is just click New Site. Once you click New Site, you can name it JCU or whatever. And here, you can put all that information, right? computerscience.johncabot.edu. Put your username. Again, you need that John Cabot \, and then you put your password, and it'll save here, okay? And then you can click Connect, abort previous, and make a new connection. Okay. And basically, once you've done that, instead of having to do this all the time, you can just click here and say Connect to JCU, and it'll do that for you, so you don't have to do a lot of typing. Okay. Now, you might need to increase the size of this. What I see is I see all of my courses, okay, including our semester right here, and I see all of you. Okay, I see all of your folders. When you guys log in, or when you guys connect to the server, you can't see anybody else. You can only see your folder. So when you log in, so for example, if Colleen here logs in, this is what Colleen is going to see. At the very first time, Colleen is just going to see empty directory listing because she has never uploaded anything to the server. But once she starts uploading things to the server, they'll appear here. So for example, let's say Colleen has her lounge ready to go on the internet. So all she has to do is take that lounge and drag it into that open space. Don't drag it into here. Okay, that's going to go. Do you remember what the dot means? Dot means goes back one folder level, right? We don't want to drop it in one folder level up. We want to drop it in this space. Okay, so take lounge, drop it in the empty space, and I'll say a bunch of stuff, and it'll tell you that this has transferred. Now, this is actually on the internet now. Okay, if you want to see what that looks like on the internet, let's go to our browser, and where you can find it is computerscience.johncabot.edu/kdong. Now you need to put kdong because you're in my class. So this just means all of the websites and web pages in my class. Okay, so you do need to put kdong there. Okay, once you hit enter, you'll see a list of all of the semesters of the courses that I've ever taught. And you need to find this one right here. So this is our course, Fall 2020, right? And we are CS130/2. Okay, so once you go in there, you'll be able to see all the other students, and you can actually take a look at other students' folders if you really want. But as you can see, this person is empty. I don't remember who this is. And if I'm Colleen and I go into Colleen's folder, you can see that now the lounge actually exists there. Okay, and you can see all the folders and the lounge page, and there we have it. This is actually on the internet now, so that anybody in the world can see it. Somebody in Japan could type in this URL and would be able to see this web page. Okay, so now, so just so I don't mess up with Colleen's stuff, I'm going to actually delete this. Okay, so take that and delete it. Yes. Okay, so Colleen's ready to go. Her folder is empty, just like everybody else's. So the first time you log in, your folder is going to be empty until you start uploading things into it. Another thing I should mention is the things on the server don't update automatically. So if I've taken my lounge, dropped it in here, and then I decide to make some changes to the lounge. So let's say I make some changes to the lounge. I make some changes to the Elixir page and whatnot. It doesn't automatically update. What I'll need to do is go into FileZilla and delete the old one, and then take the new one and drag it in again. Okay, so remember that it doesn't automatically update, so If you make changes, you have to delete the old one and drag in the new one.